I've been getting couple comments about my most recent videos about how I'm invested in a lot of cases. Obviously, cases, if you've been looking at the Steam market, have gone up a lot over the last week. Believe, and it's still I don't know if it's entirely hit me that this has happened, but I believe since the announcement of Source 2, CSGO 2, whatever you want to call it, the new Counter Strike game, my inventory has gone up about $50,000 in value. And that is because if you look, the majority of my inventory was just cheap cases, like all of the cheap cases from when I basically quit playing the game. The ones that hadn't gone up in price yet, I figured I'd just buy them, and they planned on never really getting rid of them. Wasn't really that concerned about it. I have, all in all, I can take you through the inventory, just give you guys a little update on how we're doing. I have sold very, very little of what I've bought over the years. Like the most expensive thing I have is probably the chromas. Chroma cases are up to almost $2.50, pushing $3 at the moment for chroma twos. And I have all in all just over 7,000 of those. So if they hit $3, which I didn't even buy that many chroma cases, just the chroma cases alone will be worth more than my inventory was a couple months ago, which is kind of crazy to think that I originally started with about $5,000 to $6,000 in cases back in 2020, and to think that just a very small minority of the cases that I invested into is now four times that before we even begin to take in the other stuff is pretty strange. But you can see just storage unit after storage unit of non-stop chromas. I do have them all labeled accurately, so you can see 1,000 chroma 2s, all of these, and yeah, just thousands after thousands. Now, I do have some like miscellaneous ones, so this isn't everything I have, because I should have about 3,000 chroma 2s, and I'm not sure exactly where the other ones. They're not in perfect order because I bought some cases here or there, but the vast majority of my money is in these storage units up here. We'll come back down. Now, I do have some stuff that's not taken into account when I say that $65,000 figure. I have random cases or random items that I've bought throughout time. Like all of this stuff, none of this stuff is really worth anything. I haven't even bothered to check the price. I mean, a couple dollars here or there in items. Come down. Obviously, all of my CS20s. This was the first item I ever invested in. I bought the majority of these, about 12,000 of them for 9 cents a piece. And then I believe I bought another two, or I believe I have 13,700 of them right now. So whatever that comes out to be, about 3 to 4,000 of them, most likely around the 15 cent mark. So these, a lot of people have said these aren't the best investment. I mean, I got lucky that I bought them while they were still in the active drop pool, down at 9,000, and then they immediately got discontinued permanently. They didn't go into like the discontinued non-prime drop pool. I bought these right before they came out with the change that made it so that all cases, once they were no longer in the active drop pool, were discontinued, no longer went to free-to-play Counter-Strike players, but that's the majority of it there. Those CS20 cases, all in all, right now are worth about 12,000. And if I come down, the only other thing that I really have, I believe I have a storage unit of RMR. Somewhere I should have capsules. Yep. I have RMR capsules. These were left over. I invested into probably about $4,000 or $5,000 of these back when they were selling for about 24 cents on the market, and then sold the vast majority of them when they peaked at around 50 cents, whatever that was after tax, and then just held on to a couple. I believe I held on to 500 legends and then 250 of each of the other ones. Those aren't worth much at all. Only about 1,000, which, you know, is weird to say that 1,000 is barely any of the investment at this point. But then the biggest one, we can come up here to the top. My biggest investment by far was in Prisma ones. I bought just under, and some of you have probably seen this in previous videos, I bought just under 40,000 Prisma 1 and Prisma 2 cases. And those cases were all bought for about 10 cents each. and are currently sitting at just under $1, which means when these cases hit $1, not taking into account Steam tax or sales tax on any website or whatever, just the Prisma cases alone will be worth $40,000, which, given that I only started with just over 5,000, is actually crazy that one item could be that much. And obviously now my inventory is heavily weighted to the point where about 60%, 60 to 70% of my entire investment is tied up in just Prisma cases. But that's just because of their absolutely meteoric rise. I mean, I probably only bought these like in 2021, and in less than 2 or 2.5, like around 2 years, to have this investment 1,000%. I mean, obviously it's luck. I don't claim to have any skill in this. I bought these as just basically throwaway money that I figure I could just slowly. I had a bunch of extra cash from 2020. I figured, why not throw it into CSGO investments? I think CSGO has a bright future, and I can get some passive returns on some case investments and use that to fund games or whatever else. I never thought when I bought that within 2 to 3 years I would have almost a 6-figure CSGO inventory from basically nothing, which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't have too much more to say than that. A lot of people were asking if I still had these, which I do. I have sold basically nothing. I have just all of my storage units just sitting here. Might never sell them. I don't know. Probably not until the new game comes out and I can decide there. I'm not really worried about a big market crash. I mean, at the end of the day, it's cool, but it's not yeah, I don't know. Maybe down the line it'll sink in how much money this is worth and how I probably will never have to actually pay for a video game again, as I have enough currency in my Steam wallet to last me till I die. But I hope you guys appreciate the videos. If you guys have any questions or want any more specifics about any of this stuff, feel free to let me know in the description. But that is about it. And here's to hoping that the new Counter-Strike game increases all of our investments. And as a fun little Easter egg, I actually got this as a drop in game. I played one game in the last 2 years, and I got this Amber Fade as my drop, and it's worth like what, $7, $9 or something like that. So I think I just am. I think, yeah, $8 from one game of CS. Took about 20 minutes, so not a bad hourly pay. But yeah, I guess I'm just super lucky. But anyways, take care, guys.